In this video, I'll be reviewing the HP DeskJet 2755e all-in-one inkjet printer. Now, while this is a review of the 2755e, the review applies to all DeskJet 2700 series printers. They're almost identical to the 2755. Once unboxed and set up, you'll notice that the 2700 series printers are very compact, measuring in at about 17 inches wide by about 22 inches deep by about 10 inches tall, even with the output tray fully extended. The printer is also fairly easy to set up, and I have separate videos for how to set it up using a Windows computer, Mac, or mobile device, so feel free to check those out. One recommendation to HP, if you're listening, is to reduce the number of steps required during the setup process. The sheer number of prompts and terms and conditions and questions you need to answer to set up this printer is just becoming very annoying. Don't try to sell all sorts of add-on stuff during the setup. It just increases the number of people returning your printer out of sheer frustration. Once the printer is set up and running, it fits right into any modern home or office with its understated design, which is a bit of a throwback to printers from the 90s. The 2700 series has a scanbed that lets you scan or copy pages as large as letter or A4. There is no automatic document feeder, so you will need to scan or copy pages one at a time. If you do need to scan a bunch of pages all at the same time, I would recommend getting the HP DeskJet 4155 instead. I'll leave a link to that printer as well right below the video. Scanned documents can be saved as PDFs and JPEGs using the HP Smart app, and the app does allow you to scan multiple pages and combine them into a single PDF document. The DeskJet 2700 series continues HP's trend of reducing the number of controls and menus on the printer to a bare minimum. There's a tiny little black and white screen with an ink level indicator and very few other pieces of info, and there are also very few buttons, including the power button and buttons to make copies. I really miss having more of those physical buttons and menu options, and when I miss them the most is when the printer just refuses to connect to your home Wi-Fi network. There's almost no easy way to manually get the printer to connect to your home Wi-Fi network. While this isn't something that happens very frequently, it's definitely something HP needs to resolve. This new approach makes no sense at all, especially when the old approach worked just fine. Despite my minor gripe with the onboard controls, the printer allows you to print from almost any computer or mobile device in your home and produces pretty decent color and black and white print quality, especially considering this is an entry-level all-in-one inkjet printer. The print speed was also surprisingly decent and is more than sufficient for home or home office prints. The printer uses the 67 series black and tricolor series cartridges. You can always use the 67XL series cartridges if you want a higher print yield per cartridge. I'll leave links to both versions right below the video. The version I'm reviewing here, the 2755e, actually comes with an included 6 months of HP Instant Ink, which is HP's cartridge subscription service. This service does work out to be more economical if you plan to do a lot of printing, but for most people though, I just recommend buying cartridges as and when needed. Though this is primarily meant to be a Wi-Fi connected printer, it does have a USB port in the back, which allows you to connect it directly to a single computer. They don't provide a USB cable with it, so I'll leave a link to a USB cable that'll work in the description below the video. So should you buy a HP DeskJet 2700 series printer? Well, that all depends on what you plan to use it for. If you need a compact printer to make occasional prints or scan documents at home, the DeskJet 2700 series will work just fine and won't break the bank. Despite its minor quirks and annoying interface, it is kind of the best of worst options out there. Most inkjet printers are just plain clunky and glitchy. That's just become a fact of life. And the DeskJet 2700 series is pretty much one of the less clunky, less glitchy options out there. That is, until printer manufacturers finally figure out how to make reliable printers. So I'll leave a link to this printer below in case you're looking to buy one. I hope this review has been helpful. If it has, please hit that like button and subscribe for more reviews, unboxings, and how-to videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.